My name is Andrés Oswill, and I'm running to be your next ASWU President. I've had a lot of conversations with students on campus, talking about what issues are important to them. And based off of that, I've come up with a platform of 3 main issues: safety, communication, and student empowerment. By focusing on those, the next ASWU President can adequately address the needs of the student and make this campus a safer and better place. A lot of students are talking about safety nowadays. We had a string of sexual assaults over the past year, and this has really brought the idea of campus safety into the students' eyes. One of the big problems I've seen and tried to work on this year, my first year on Senate, has been increasing student access to buildings. I think it's really important that if a student's being followed on campus at night, if a student feels like they're in a dangerous situation, that they have the ability to escape from that situation by going into the closest building. This is something that isn't an option currently. A number of buildings are inaccessible to students, even those with card swipe machines. That's a dialogue I've begun now. I'm talking to the Dean of College of Liberal Arts to see what academic buildings students can be given access to. I'm meeting this Friday with an administrator to see if we can give students access to the University Center. It's a project I've taken over as a senator and would continue and expand upon using the ASWU presidency. I don't think this is the solution to the safety problem. I don't think there is one solution to it, but it's a step in the right direction. It would make our campus a safer place and ensure that students are given more resources in their ability to stay safe on campus. The next point is communication. The students have been in an uproar about the lockdown policy campus safety has had. In choosing to lock buildings, lock doors that don't have card swipe machines, campus safety ignored student input. They ignored providing the students with adequate details of how this policy was a problem and why they were taking it on to begin with. I've had conversations with Rich Dennis, the Associate Director of Campus Safety, and we've talked about this. The way it was approached wasn't the best way, and this is something I could focus on next year, on improving. The first time we heard about it was from the Collegian, then we heard about it in an all-campus email, and lastly they came to ASWU to, after the policy had been decided, try to get student input. As president, I would reverse this. The first thing that needs to be done is getting student input. You guys are great and have a lot of ideas, but your opinions matter and need to be heard, so that when the university makes policies, it takes into consideration all of those ideas and opinions that the students have. And then finally, of course, it's sent to the campus and publicized in the Collegian. This isn't a campus safety issue. A lot of the departments on campus could use some help in improving their communication and their connection to the students. And I think the ASWU President is that connection point where the administration works with the student body. That would be a focus of my position as ASWU President. And the last part, of course, is empowering the students. Willamette is a really great place. We have a lot of awesome students here, and they're innovative, they're bright, they're creative, they have solutions. We just need to trust them and give them the ability to make their ideas a reality. This is something I see being done easily as a first step with university committees. The university has created a committee on safety, multicultural affairs, academic status. There is a ton of different committees, and all of them have at least one student representative. Having been on 3 of these committees now, I'm well aware of how difficult it is to gauge what your role is, whether you're there to represent the students, and if you are, how you're supposed to do that. As ASWU President, I would be a resource to these student representatives and restructure the position to make it focus on taking the information from the committee and proliferating it to the student body, and gathering student input to bring back to the committee so that when we approach these decisions, like a lockdown policy, that it's first discussed in a committee and that students are informed and given a chance to speak their opinions on it. As ASWU President, I would focus on safety, communication, and student empowerment, and by doing so, make this a better campus. Make Willamette the place all of us know it can be, a really great place that we are proud to call our university. I hope that you join me in my campaign for ASWU Presidency, and I'm eager to hear back from you and see what your guys' thoughts are. Find me on campus, ask me more about my policy ideas. I want your guys' input. I want to represent you and be your next ASWU President. Thank you.